to do some live readings. It is paid only. I'm just going to put the details in. Okay. Hello, Iman, my lovely. Hello, Neela. Iman and Neela, did you both look at the Instagram that I last did? Where I did the 4 success stories? Hello, Wendy Ann. because it will help you both. Hello, Addison, my lovely. How do you release negative emotions the easiest way? Okay, well, you can't suppress them. So when I feel negative, if I'm just thinking negative, then I will stop myself. I will cut it out, okay? Because before, when I wasn't cutting it out, it was delaying what I wanted. Okay, so if I'm just thinking, starting to think negatively, then I say, no, this is what I want, okay? So I get back on track that way. If it's an emotion, so if you're starting to feel anxious, so if I start to feel anxious, I will then look at the thoughts that I'm having as to why I feel anxious. So is it because I've gone back into a lack mentality? Is it because I've gone back to a fear mentality? Is it because I've gone back into the old story? So again, okay, I might have a good cry, or I might, do whatever to release it, but then I will always go back to a blanket statement like everything's fine, I'm the operant power, I always get what I want, there's only me creating my reality, everyone is me pushed out. Okay, so I remind myself of the principles of the law, and then I will, when I feel better, I will start affirming again, or making sure that my thoughts align with what I want. Okay. Remember, there is no lack. You can you create in the 4D, not the 3D. So you can close your eyes, or you can just sit quietly, and you have access to everything in your imagination. That's where your reality, your consciousness is real. That's the reality that's going to get pushed out. So if you're in a reality of sadness, in lack, then you're only going to see more of that reflected back. because you have to change. The 3D cannot change until you've changed. The 3D doesn't change until you've changed in the 4D. Okay, so what I do is I remind myself, no, there is no lack. I've got everything that I want. I've given it to myself within. I'm just waiting for confirmation in 3D, but I've already experienced it within. So you get to experience it twice. Okay. When the law clicks for you, you become a different person, because it's a whole lifestyle change. You're not going back. Like, I would never go back to the old me. On a day where I might let the old unwanted version of me come back in, where I'm sad and I'm feeling sorry for myself and caught in victim mode, I absolutely hate myself for that. I don't like the feeling of it, so I don't allow myself to go there anymore, because I know that it's not going to get me anywhere. Okay, it just means that I have to do more work on my, on reaffirming what I want and being in knowing that there is no lack. Okay, because creation's already done, all possibilities already exist. When you're getting impatient and you're looking at the 3D, then yes, you're going to be frustrated, because until you change within, you're not going to see any change. Remember, you can't put lipstick on the mirror. You have to put it on yourself first. So there is always no one to change but you. But you're not bound by that, okay? So you go there and you say, well, I'm a different Neela now. Okay, I'm not the same Neela as I was. I know that I'm a conscious creator. I know that I can have, be, and do everything I want. So you change the story as soon as it comes into your head. Only you can change your thoughts. But if you're going to remain, remember, you don't conform to 3D. 3D conforms to you. You're the cause. 3D is the effect. So when you're going back into an unwanted situation, that's where you got to say, no, I remain in my power. Places, circumstances, people, old patterns do not have power over me, because I'm a conscious creator now. So this is the story I'm telling myself. Have that confidence. You're the boss. Okay, you're the boss. You're letting circumstances dictate to you here. I'm just doing a live. You all right? All right. That's okay then. Play. All right, okay. Play nicely then. Yeah, all right. Okay, all right. Bye. Yeah, so again, don't let your circumstances or again, okay, Katerina, that's like a boss, okay, going onto the office floor or the factory floor and everybody complaining and telling him his rubbish. He's not going to go and run in his room. He's not going to go back to his office and say, oh my God, nobody likes me, and that. He doesn't care. If you don't like it, there's the door, my lovelies. I'll get more people to replace you. Be the boss. You're the only boss of your personal reality, my lovely. Okay, so if you're scared of yourself, then nobody's going to change it for you. Have more confidence. It's all about gaining that confidence and trying it and testing it. You've tested it already. It's just having the confidence to do it with more things and everyday things. Right. Okay, Katerina, sweetheart. What is your question and which deck would you like? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hello, Addison, if I didn't say hi already. Okay, whichever deck. Okay, let's go with... Be drawn to this one. Okay, so what we got? 10 cards. Yes. Okay, so advice for Katerina regarding getting past the plateau. Okay, so this card is showing that you're looking outside of yourself. Okay, two things. One is that they're saying that you're looking outside of yourself, where it has to start within. Okay, your consciousness, what you are aware of, your imagination is what creates. Okay, the things that you believe in, and the things that you believe in, the things that you assume to be true, is what creates your personal reality. Okay, so if there's things that you are, like for me, on my spiritual journey, I have, when I became consciously aware that I create my 3D, okay, through my 4D, which is my thoughts and that first, I got rid of a load of beliefs. Oh my God, superstitions, beliefs, things I carried around for years, you know, over 40, 50 years. Things that were not serving me. Okay, so also wondering what's next. Where do you go next as well, Spirit is saying. So you're in that sort of wandering stage here. Wondering, should I say, not wandering. You're not wandering around. Yeah, so again, it's based on your beliefs, okay? What you believe in, assume to be true, is what you're going to get reflected back to you. So look at the story you're telling yourself, the things you're believing in, the things you're holding in place that are keeping you stuck as to where you want to be in your life. Is it other people, or is it just your thoughts, things you've been grown up to believe in? Okay, you make your rules in your world, my lovely. Nobody else. It's your personal reality, and everyone is you pushed out. Yeah, you're in charge of your destiny, nobody else. Okay, you're in charge of where you go next in your life. Woo! Let's throw them all on the floor. So what is it you want? The world is yours. You can have, be, and do anything you want. And I proved that myself. It was only my own beliefs and assumptions that kept me back, held me back, made me a victim in my own world. Yeah, so again, you know, it's your celebration of life, how you want your life to be. So, for instance, Spirit is reminding me that when although I've done readings, you know, I've always been aware of Spirit, but for the 30 odd years that I've done readings, I still looked outside of myself, thinking that Spirit, every time something went wrong, I would be like, why are you doing this to me? I must have done something terrible in a previous life. You know, please help me. I was always begging outside of myself for Spirit to help me, or for others to help me. But I've come to learn that it's all me. Okay, the Spirit is just there like my human family. They're my divine family, my spiritual family, because we're all spiritual beings as well as human beings. When your human body dies, we go into spirit, back into our spiritual being. Okay, so for me, I just look as it as, well, they're my spirit family who only want the best for me, and my human family who only want the best for me. So if I wanted, say, an amazing job, I wouldn't go to my family, my human family, and say, "Oh, you get me a job." Well, some people might if they have family who are in business, but you see what I mean. So by begging my spirit family, please change my life, please make things better, please do it for me, it was like, no, we're not. We're neutral. We're only here to support you, okay, and to help you. But we can't do it for you. You have to decide what you want, and you have to look at the beliefs and the assumptions that you've got that's stopping you doing it. Let's bring in some others here. Yeah, so this card was very relevant. This used to come out a lot for me, okay, when I was first making the transition to being a conscious creator instead of going through life asleep, as they call it, okay. So this green is your heart chakra. So I had to make peace with my past. I had to heal, okay, tell myself the new story, but also always giving loving energy out. Okay, coming from love instead of fear and resentment and hatred. Okay, so this card would plague me every time I asked. Okay, so I can see why it's come out in yours as well, sweetheart. Yeah, and really like being balanced within myself. Because I was very a negative Nancy, so I would always go to the negative straight away. And here with the third eye is now I see that as whatever I want, I project it out, I imagine it within, and then it gets projected out. Like my third eye is like the lens of a projector onto my screen, onto the blank screen of reality, if you like, for it then to be reflected back, because I know that the 3D is just a mirror. Okay. And taking action in my thoughts. So the white horse is the positive rather than the negative. Okay. And definitely doing meditation and being more at peace within myself. So now when something comes up, or if I want something, I will imagine me having it. Okay. I look at the beliefs and assumptions I've got surrounding it. Because I'm the boss of my reality. Everybody is. Okay, it's your personal reality. You're here to have the lives you want, but we get caught up with what our parents teach us, what our teachers teach us, what society teaches. We've got religions, we've got politics, we've got the world. Okay, so I had to undo a lot of that because I didn't come across conscious creating and how life works until I was in my 50s. So it was a lot for me to undo, even though I thought I knew it all already, being psychic and spiritual anyway. So let's just bring in one of these. Yeah, it's your power. Okay, you're the powerful creator. You're the boss of your reality. So stand in your power. Okay, stand in your power, having the confidence that whenever a thought comes in, I'm like, no, this is how it is. If something shows up in 3D and I don't like it, no, this is how it's going to be. This is what I'm having. Okay, so stay in your power. Let me just look in the book what it says for you, because there must be something in there if they're directing me back to the book. Okay, here we are. Step into your true power, shine brightly, do not hide who and what you are. The time is right to attract big things for yourself. Open your mind to larger possibilities. Big magic can be wrought. Okay, I have power, it is real. There you go. So stand in your power. Only you are the boss of your reality. Katerina, if you've got Instagram, find me on Instagram, because I do live sessions which is talking about how our thoughts create and how we can have what we want. Okay. Okay, Shartha and Iman. Shartha, what is your question, my lovely? Deck 2. What are Abu's current feelings towards me? Are you in contact or no contact? You might be in no contact or minimal contact here by this card coming out. Okay. Do you know if he is with anybody else? He's separated. Okay. Have they got children? Or a child? No, I don't. I feel there's a child somewhere here, or immaturity somewhere if there's no children or a child. Yeah, okay, that's what it is. That's why I asked. I was going to say, I don't feel it's somebody new. It's just that this ex is the mother of the child is playing up here, causing pressure on him, okay, for something that the child wants to do, but he's not giving in to her, okay. He's standing his ground here, and the message he's got for you is, you're the person with the key to my heart, my true heart's desire, will you grow old with me? Okay, so he's not impressed with how the mother of the child is acting at the moment, okay. Yeah, one of them, there's a lot of pressure on that she's doing. She's trying to stand her ground. He's standing his ground. He's not giving in to her. So it's causing a bit of a not a very nice atmosphere in his life at the moment. I don't know. I don't know. It's just something that the child is wanting to do, or something about the child. I'm not being given the specifics. All I'm getting more is that he's under pressure. Because she's saying it's your responsibility, and he's like, well, that isn't in that sense. So there's something going on where she's trying to put pressure on him regarding the children, not for her. It's a bit like what Spirit is reminding me of is when I split up from my husband years ago, when my kids were little. They used to come to me for if they wanted school trips or things like that, and I'd say, I haven't got any money, go and ask your father, knowing damn well that he wouldn't give it to them because he wasn't speaking to them. It was sort of that, like, I can't provide for everything, okay. She's a bit wild, but she keeps contacting me. Yeah, but there's something to do with the children here. It might be because she's being childish as well. Okay, like I said at first, I'm sure Spirit said something about immaturity as well. But he's standing his ground. He's not letting it affect him. Yeah, I just heard she is what she is. Okay, so he's not swayed by it. It's just a bit of a... when you've got an annoying itch that you can't scratch sort of thing, it keeps coming back. You think you scratched it, and then 2 seconds later it's back. It's like, oh, just go away, leave me alone sort of thing. But he wants to be with you anyway, okay. So he's just, sometimes Spirit will bring through the circumstances that they're going through, like when that lady came into the chat and said about how she was in no contact for 2 years, and when her SP came back and wanted to move in with her, she was like, everything that you said he was going through, he confirmed that he was. Okay, so sometimes Spirit will let you know that, yeah, he's having a bit of a nightmare with her. Okay, but what he feels about you is, well, you're the person with the key to my heart. Okay. At least it's not saying that he's having a tickety-boo time without you and doesn't give a flying flip-flop about you, okay? So that's good. That's all we're interested in at the end of the day. Yeah, so changes, okay? Changes coming in as well around your connection. Let me just pull some more and see what it is. Yeah, what does he feel about you? This. Okay? You're the person with the key to my heart. My true heart's desire. Will you grow old with me? Yeah, there's definitely... Okay, 2 things. He doesn't want you to think that he doesn't love you. Okay, and also there's absolutely nothing there with that. So if she's like contacting you saying, oh, he's mine, he tells me he loves me, Spirit's brought this through to say that's a load of BS. Okay, she's just a biatch. So don't let it affect you. Okay, don't let it affect you. Don't buy into her BS. Yeah, you focus on the peace and happiness within yourself and when you think of him. So Shartha, if you've got Instagram, go and listen to those 4 success stories I did, because it's all about you. Okay, it's how do you want him to feel? What do you want him to, how do you want him to be in your movie? Okay, and I read out 4 stories to really point out what these people did in their time of heartache, desperation, no contact, and how 2 of them married their SP when it was a hopeless situation. One is back with his fiance, and the other one was work related. Okay, so it will really help you as well to understand that it's all about you, what they went through, the mistakes they made, the realization, and how they changed it, and boom, they got what they wanted. Yeah, so again, I love this one, and I talked about this in the Instagram as well. We all have 2 wolves inside of us. Which one are you feeding the most? Okay, so we've got, you can look at the wolf as positive and negative, good and bad, good and evil, happy, sad. Okay, but whichever one you're giving more energy to, you're feeding the most. Okay, so at the moment, that the change needs to come within you. Until you change within by which wolf you're feeding, you'll never get rid of. So if you are very like, oh, his ex keeps ringing me saying that they're happy together, and he doesn't love me because he's not contacting me, he's not fighting for me, he's not ringing me, he's not reassuring me, then you're feeding the negative wolf, and that wolf is going to thrive. It's going to be healthy. While you might give the odd positive thought like, yeah, but I love him and I'm sure he loves me, must be feeling the same. Okay, but you've just given the positive scraps, the happy wolf a few scraps, but the big fat hungry negative wolf is roaming rife inside you. Well, we want to give him the scraps and give the other wolf, the wolf that we do want more dominantly within us. Remember, we're all energy. We're all attached by energy. There is no separation. Okay, everything starts within you in the 4D. So go and watch that video, okay? Because until you change, you're not going to see the movement. Or you will get movement one day, but then if you haven't changed within, it will not last. It will fall apart again. Yeah, here, change again. Okay, but what's she doing here? She's resisting the change. Here's the new egg with the new beginning that you want, but you're sort of pushing against it with your old thoughts and your assumptions and reacting to 3D. So those 4 success stories are, I chose them because they are so good for really showing how they went from a desperate situation, heartache, no contact, they'll never change, to getting everything that they wanted. Okay, it's never about them. Okay, I'm doing okay, but I'm just leaving it. Leaving what? Leaving like, oh, whatever. Hopefully one day he might come back, because we don't get what we want by a hope and a prayer. Well, you will eventually, but it will take longer, because all you'll keep seeing is the same reflected back. Okay, but go and watch the Instagram. It will help you there. And here, Spirit is saying it's true love. Okay, it's true love. Always follow your heart. And soulmate, there you go. So it's just that your energy is not tapped in and tuned in to bring it to you quicker. Okay, yeah. Well, it's always you. It's not that if you're waiting for him to change, you're going to be waiting a long time. You've got to keep the change within you. Go and listen to those videos. You'll understand what Spirit is saying to you. That's why you're not seeing any movement if you're coming from, well, I did my part, it's up to him. It doesn't work like that. Okay? Okay, Iman, my lovely, which deck do you want? Shartha, do you know my Instagram? Thank you, Addison. Yeah, so the first card for you, Iman, is straight away, stop reacting to 3D. Okay, you're still reacting to what's been said, how he's showing up. You have to ignore that. Not ignore it, but not react to it. Okay, whilst reaffirming in your mind the version of him that you do want, because all versions exist. Okay? So the version that you want of him exists. So only when you think of him, you stay in that version. No, he loves me and he loves only me. He wants me and wants only me. Okay, but if you keep going to circumstances back to 3D, that's dead. And if you keep going over old stories and fears and insecurities, all you're ever doing is delaying things. You're never going to mess anything up. All of you, you're not going to mess up your own movie. The only thing that will ever happen is that either you cause a time delay or it just takes you longer to get there, okay? Or you give up on yourself, okay? It's never about other people. Other people are messengers of who you are, what you're thinking about yourself. Okay, no, I am the boss. I am in full control. I am in my power. Everyone is me pushed out. I love myself. So if you love yourself, others will automatically. You give it to yourself first, because others will reflect you back to you and how you're seeing them as well. Okay, it's no good just saying, yeah, I love myself and this, that, and the other, but then you're looking at your person going, well, they're an arse and they're doing this and they're doing that, because they will stay that version, okay? No, you persist in the version until it's normal. Okay, I've just had a breakthrough with somebody I know, but I'm not thinking, yay, until it's the norm. Okay, I will keep persisting in only seeing them as that version until it becomes the norm. They're consistently showing up like that, not just for 1 day or 2 days or a week. Okay, I will persist in the version I only want to see of that person until it becomes that they are that norm. Yeah, because you're going back to when you start to look back at 3D. Oh, well, I did it for a few days. He seemed okay, but now he's gone back to the unwanted version. All you're doing is just pinning yourself back down again, feeling let down, feeling disappointed. But it's, what is it? It's your thoughts pinning you down. Okay, so you persist in the new version until they're normal doing that. Okay, that's where there's no hot and cold behavior. They are the version and better that's showing up consistently. Okay. Yeah, focusing only on the two of you being the loving couple that you are. Okay. If you want children together or whatever. Okay, but living into old age together as a couple, if that's what you want. I mean, it's your movie. You can change your mind 6 months down the line. Okay. Yeah, not in this inner conflict or conflict with him. Remember, when you are cursing them in your head, they're getting that thought transmission. Okay, so that's why we keep the mental diet. Oh, no, no, no. He loves me. He loves only me. He's only ever had eyes for me. Of course he loves me. Of course I love him. It's true love, what we have. Okay, he will always choose me over anybody else. I feel so secure and safe in this relationship. Why? Oh, because I'm worth it. I deserve it. It's my fucking movie. Okay, but you're in that conflict within yourself, and then you start being annoyed with him. So here is the beloved Queen of Swords. Okay, you're wiser now. We've got the owl. You've got your sword to cut out your thoughts, be on your mental diet. You have to catch them, and you have to, as if it's negative Nancy stood there. Okay, yes, that might be true in one reality. Thank you for bringing it to my attention. But in this reality, this is the version I'm having end of. And you reaffirm why, or the version that you're having. Okay, so mental diet. Again, go back to the Instagram and to the success stories. Listen to them, listen to them, listen to the tips that I gave, because everything was in there. Okay, look at what they did, from the mistakes they were making to how they corrected it to how they got what they wanted. What did they do? They didn't look at 3D. They went within and changed the story. Oh, hello. Thought they were a bit thin on the ground. Yeah, so here is him, he thinks about you all the time. It's crystal clear that you're the one that he wants, but you're not tapping into that version. So you're not going to get that version through until you do. So even just using that, the Spirit is saying, use that as one of your affirmations. Oh, it's crystal clear to him that I'm the only one that he wants. He can't stop thinking about me. I'm all he thinks about all day long. I'm the love of his life, and only me. He will leave anyone to be with me because I'm the love of his life. I'm his number one. I'm his priority. Be the boss. Have that confidence and strength. It's the confidence, okay? Having the confidence to really be the boss is what really helped me to get my what I want to me quicker. And I'm doing it on a daily basis. Every day there's something coming in for me, not just the big things, but just Simple things, you know, something comes in. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm having. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm claiming it. I am not resisting it. I am not doubting it. Okay, because I know that if I've given it to myself within, I will see it in 3D and boom, I do. Okay, whereas before it was hit and miss. It was taking a long time. It was because I was delaying it by not having the confidence because I kept looking outside myself. Okay. Yeah, just worrying and sitting there fretting is just going to cause more. Okay, we can't use logic when you're a conscious creator. The two don't mix. We're not fixing anything in 3D. We're not trying to solve anything. We're going to the end, like that lady did, whose SP was in an arranged marriage. Okay, she just affirmed because that which you assume to be true. So she just kept telling herself, why am I disbelieving? I am already married to him. Whereas before she'd been saying, I hope their engagement falls to bits. Okay, that it's cancelled. But she was focusing on the third party. She wasn't focusing on the two of them being married. So she made that shift, stuck to it, and now they're married. Okay. So there's still some healing here. Okay, not as in, oh, I've got to heal. Because if you keep going over, I've got to heal, I've got to heal, I've got to heal. Every time you have a blip, you're going to have more things. Oh, I've got to heal, I've got to heal, I've got to heal. Okay, so it's making peace with the past. Okay, no, I know now that I am the boss, that everyone is me pushed out. Okay, so I have to stay within myself. You have to give it to yourself within, but not keep checking 3D. I wasted the whole of last year checking 3D and this year. Okay, for the big things I want, the big lifestyle changes. Okay, because I was doing the work, then I was looking and checking, then I was disappointed, then so I was caught in that loop. Now I've learnt no, 3D don't care. Okay, it's dead. So I've given it to myself within, and I'm more peaceful now, and I'm seeing things reflected back almost instantly sometimes. Okay, so again, you allow your heart and soul to sing with joy, not going around concerned, reacting, feeling let down and disappointed in that conflict. Okay, because what's it going to do? If you're in that energy, you're just going to get more things come up that reflect where you feel like that. Okay, what you focus on grows. You can't mess it up, like I've said. You can, but that's more for no contact. I'll pull one, but yeah, and Spirit's saying here, look, you're wiser now. You've had enough readings. You've listened to the mentoring. Okay, you're writing your story. Not him. Nobody else. You are writing your story and the characters in it, my lovely. Okay, choosing someone else was a big mistake. I realized that no one can ever replace you. So again, he will leave anybody to be with me. Why? Because I'm worth it. I deserve it. I always get everything I want. And he's only ever had eyes for me. I'm number one. I'm first best. He will always choose me. With me is the only place he ever wants to be, needs to be, and belongs. Okay, so start changing within you. He cannot change to the best version until you've changed that version and you've stuck to that version within. Stephen, my lovely, what is your question and which deck do you want? You know, Iman as well, like I said to the other lady, I can't remember whether it was the first lady or Shartha, but never beat yourself up. Okay, what I've learned, I was beating myself up a lot. Okay, for God's sake, you know, why is it everybody else is doing it, but I can't do it? Can't I get it right? Am I stupid or what's my problem? Okay, but I realized that it's just feedback. Okay, the 3D's already dealt with, and it will only keep reflecting back what is still within you that needs to be tweaked by you. Even now, even though my self-concept has changed, I know how it all works, I see the results, I will still probably more than 50% some days go back to straight away thinking a negative thought. The thing is, I have enough affirmations for me to realize and not spiral and go, no, this is how it is. Okay. So, and then sometimes I'm like, why do I still go back to that straight away instead of the new? Okay, that just means that that I need to keep on my mental diet and affirm the new until it becomes the norm. Okay, think of any old habit of anything. So say you were a smoker and you gave up smoking. Okay, it's going to seem hard, but the change will soon become the new norm. Okay, so the smoking is the norm at the moment. You go through that rough patch of giving up and sticking to it and that, and then once you've given up for long enough and you don't go back to smoking regularly all the time, that's your new norm. Okay, so we can get the new norm when we push through the storm, if you like. Stephen, what's your question, my lovely? Has anybody seen Stephen's question? Did he put it up further? Perhaps you put it up further, sorry. No, I can't see a question. Okay, normally I can see your questions, but it's not come out. That's all Sharthas. Iman. I can see one when you put, hey again, just donated, and then the next one I can see from you is deck 3. Yeah, try it a different way and we'll see how that shows up. Hello, Crystal. If you just scroll through the chat, Addison's literally just dropped how you do it above. All right, you already have donated. He said he didn't feel the same, although he did say he loved me last week. Okay, that doesn't matter. That means nothing. That's just the old version, okay? So we don't need to have the relationship talk. We don't do anything, okay? Again, Stephen, if you've got Instagram, go and check out the last live I did, which is titled 4 Success Stories or something, and see how they changed their person by changing them within first. They didn't do anything in 3D. It doesn't matter if he's stood there. Yeah, again, you know, David's thoughts and intentions towards me now. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if he stood there saying, Stephen, I absolutely hate you. I never want to see you again. That's just old thoughts playing out, okay? Old versions by how you've been thinking over the last weeks and months and how you see yourself, okay? And him, or men, or love, or relationships. It's never about them. It's about you. Everyone is you pushed out. Yeah, so again, it's just an it's an unwanted version, Spirit is saying. Okay, the one that's stressed, the one that is still in this mode that you've kept him in. Even if you've been feeling positive for a week, but you spent 6 months thinking to yourself, oh, he's always so stressed, he's this, that, and the other. Well, that's dominant. A week doesn't verse 6 months. Okay, so it's just the old still reflecting back. Again, like I said to the previous lady, we don't change them in our mind, see them as how we want, and then keep checking them in 3D. Have you changed yet? Have you changed yet? Oh, this didn't work. Okay, it's a law. So because the 3D is delayed sometimes, okay, it's not like a normal mirror where you touch your nose and you instantly see it happen in the mirror. Okay, the 3D mirror is sometimes some things are quick because we've got no resistance to it. But when it's people and you've had a lot of interaction with them, a lot of old thoughts, a lot of history, a lot of reactions with them and things going on, it takes longer to keep them as that version within you and not keep going back to, yeah, but it didn't work today. Okay, so Spirit is just saying it's just still the unwanted version. So you persist in the version you do want. So when he's saying to you, nah, sorry, you know, I don't feel the same way, you know, blah, 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 then in 3D, you're like, that's cool. Sorry you feel that way. You know, at least we're still friends. But in your thoughts, you go back to, oh, my God, you know, he's in love with me and only me. Oh, my God, he wants only me. Okay? Yeah, you stay in your wish fulfilled. Okay, the only version that you're going to accept, but you have to do it within. Okay, you're not going up to him saying, look, you know, I'm creating here, so you're going to turn up like this, that, and the other. You do it within, as within, so without. Okay. Yeah, you know, you can have the version of it. It already exists. Okay, your perfect version of him already exists. There's multiple versions of us because we live in a multiverse. Okay, so creation's done. Whatever you want, you can have. Okay, just because it might not turn up tomorrow doesn't mean it's never going to turn up. It's the knowing that it's done, the confidence, okay, that you're the boss of your reality. Here he is wanting to offer you everything, but you're stressing and worrying still, and you're reactive still. So you're still seeing the old version. You're getting hot and cold behavior. So you've got to stay in your wish fulfilled, okay, within, so that he can come in and give you what you want. Yeah, because else you're just pinning yourself down with the old thoughts, feeling disappointed, feeling let down. Okay, it's swords, mental energy again, like here. When you change your thoughts, you'll change the world. You'll change your world, believe me. Yeah, that's when you'll have your favorable outcome. So the door to personal healing and happiness. Okay, have that confidence within yourself. Okay, when I'm doing mentoring and coaching on clients that say want money or better business or whatever, we often, like in the one-to-one, will bring up about relationships. And they don't have a problem with relationships. That's not their problem area, because they've got the attitude of, oh, I usually finish with people, or if I ever finish with them, I know that they'll be back. Why wouldn't they? So that's their belief and assumption. So their person always comes back. Remember, that which you assume to be true is what you're going to get. So the door is already open. You just need to make peace with the old story and the unwanted versions that you're getting. Yeah, you can have your committed relationship. You might not want to marry him, but you can have your committed relationship. You can have what you want. You're the only one telling yourself that you can't by the way you're reacting and the thoughts that you're having. Okay, when I came across the law of attraction first, and I thought it was just a gimmick. Okay, and when I came across the law of assumption, well, it totally was like, what the fuck? Okay, so, but now I've researched it, understood it, read loads of books, looked at lectures, looked at millions of things about it. You know, it's science behind it as well. Okay, I realized how the brain works and how the quantum world works and how everything is there. So I've just got that confidence now. I just get everything I want. Okay, might not come the next day, but I've learned to be, yeah, feel like I've hit the jackpot. Okay, being in that confidence of knowing that it's my world. I can have, be, and do whatever I want. Yeah, so codependency is not about him, it's you. Okay, but again, we've got here addictions. Okay, so that is, again, you know, are you, when he misbehaves, if you like, saying, oh, it's because he's addicted to this, that, and the other. Okay, I know you said he's got addictions, but we don't look at that. We see him as the version that we want him to be, who hasn't got the addiction. So you have to do it through affirmations, visualizations. Okay. For you to have your rebirth. Okay, for you to have the rebirth and the new growth. Not having any more battles in your thoughts, in the 3D. Okay. So again, in order to see the change, we don't resist the change, we change within. We're the change. We're not pushing on the outside. We're the change. We change. Okay. So again, Stephen, if you've got Instagram, please go and check out the last one I did that is 4 success stories or something, I labeled it. And see how they took their focus off their person and 3D, what they went through, how they changed it, and the results they got. Okay, Crystal, what is your question, my lovely, and which deck do you want? 3. And what's your question, sweetheart? Addison's how is Kitty now? Has she settled down? Is anybody seeing Crystal's question? Because I'm not seeing it. Yeah, we've got pile 3, but what's your question, Crystal? Can you do it in lines or email it to me? Just copy or post it into an email, send it to me. Because we're not seeing it in the chat. I didn't see it on the paper. It just came through with... Oh, hang on. You don't know. Okay. I can see it now. I can see it now. Deck 3. It's all right. Getting hot. Okay. So, yes, but how long it takes is depending on the current energy you're in. Okay, because we have here Spirit saying, yes, you can celebrate moving into somewhere new and enjoying it, but really be clear on what you want. Not being caught in the past and judging things, okay? Seeing where you want to be. I hate it when Spirit make me talk like a robot. So let me rephrase that in my language. Okay, with these cards as well, let me just bring out these as well. Like, we got storm warning, we got official person, and we got the liar here as well. Okay, so call in what you want. Okay, whatever you want, you can have. So don't be limited by what people tell you. So, for instance, you might have, when I have, I've got in the Get Them Back playlist actually a video that I did how I manifested this house. But I know when I'm dealing with other clients, they like, I really want a house, you know, am I going to get one, and this, that, and the other. I'm like, of course you can have it. But then they say, oh, well, I didn't get the money, or I didn't get, it fell through, or every house I applied for, somebody else used to get, or somebody else would get. Okay. And I'm like, you have to push past that. Okay. So whatever comes up, if somebody starts to, you know, be like the real estate agent or the estate agent, whatever you call it, wherever you are, or other people like your lenders or whatever, or your landlord if you're going to rent somewhere. Okay, you might have something come up where you feel that they've lied to you or been deceitful, but you can push past that. Okay, you wish for what you want and accept help from your higher self or whatever you believe is up there. Okay, remember, they can't do it for you, but they will help you when your energy is lined up to receiving it. Okay, so yes, you can have what you want. Don't let your past hold you back, or your limiting thoughts, or anybody else. Okay, so when something comes up, you know, no, this house is mine. There are, you know, listen to what I did in my video. I was clear on what I wanted. I saw myself in it. Okay, and it came to me and it was perfect. Even before, when I didn't know that my thoughts create. Okay, when we were selling a house several years ago, nothing was happening, nothing was changing until I got into the energy of, right, I'm going to pack the boxes up because I'm telling the universe I am moving. Okay, and it sold within 2 weeks and we moved within 3 months. Okay, so yes, you can have it, yes, you will love it, but there's some energy that you need to get rid of that is stopping you from getting your ideal place, that may hinder you. Okay, and somebody might hinder it as well, but push past that, stay in the wish fulfilled, and accept the help. I don't know what that, let me see what's in that, the meaning of that card as well for. Okay, yeah, oh right, okay, here we go. Look, that's why they brought that past card out. Acceptance of the current situation is the first step to change. So you're accepting that I'm moving. Okay, the past does not exist, so that's why they're saying don't let the past judgments, okay, hold you back. The future hasn't happened, there is only right now. I accept where I am and who I am right now. So we're not looking at it as, well, will I move? Don't put limits on it, Spirit is saying. Like if you're thinking, oh, next year, okay, but then you're logically trying to think, well, by the time I move this and I do that and I find somewhere, it could be like next summer. No, you could move next spring or by the end of winter. Okay, never put a timing on it. Just see yourself as already being there. But be clear about what you want. Like I was really clear on what I wanted this house to have, and 99% of it came in. So yes, you can have your move. The time it takes is the time it takes you to stay in your wish fulfilled. Boo. Okay. Like I say, the video is in my Get Them Back playlist. Alexandria, my lovely, which deck do you want? Again, Alexandria, when you're typing everything out in the question like that, you're reiterating the past. Circumstances do not matter, and that's where your failing keeps coming in. Alexandria, which pile do you want, my lovely? Which deck? Remember, Crystal, I don't do timings or any specifics. Like it will be number 3 in Crescent or something. Alexandria, are you still in the chat? Because I'm not seeing which deck you want, my lovely. Alexandria, did you look at the Instagram? The one with the 4 success stories? Okay, I said, did you did you see the Instagram success story live I did? Right, okay. So everything you've just typed out doesn't matter. Okay, you're coming in every time you do a PayPal payment, you're reiterating everything that's gone wrong. It doesn't matter. Circumstances do not matter. Okay, you stay in what you want within you and the only version you're going to accept within you. You don't have the relationship talk. You don't say you need to do this or you need to do that. You do it all within yourself. No. And because it doesn't matter if he stood there saying, Alexandria, I never want to see you again. It's not up to him. Everyone is you pushed out. Okay, so again, going back to those success stories, you had the girl whose person was getting married to somebody else. What she did to change that. Okay, look at the other one who was told, no, you can't go to the other country to do the work project. Look how that changed. The other one who lost his fiance, heartbroken, didn't want to go home. Look how he changed the story. Okay, none of them went to the SP. Well, they couldn't. Okay, but they didn't do anything but change the whole world within. Your 4D is real, not your 3D. Okay, and it's telling me here, look at these, they're beautiful cards. Okay, he wants to give you everything. He loves you. Okay, but he's struggling with this because you're struggling with the hot and cold. Okay, he wants a favorable outcome and the lovers. So his energy is wanting to be the person you want him to be, but you're not allowing him to be that person because you keep being reactive. Yes, because when you're writing it, you're reaffirming it. You're reacting to it all over again because you're putting that energy and that emotion into typing it out for me. The circumstances don't matter. Like I say, it doesn't matter if he's there, you're coming to me saying, yeah, but he stood there telling me he doesn't love me, and you're telling me he does, and he's telling me he doesn't. It doesn't matter. Until you change within, until you still stop looking at him for every change and movement he's making, and you stay within, you're not going to see the change in him. As far as you're concerned, you're Alexandria, who is blissfully, happily living with him. You're his girlfriend. You're in a happy, harmonious, healthy, loving relationship. End of. And until you get that reflected back in your 3D, you don't keep reacting about it. Yeah, you go and do your nails. You go and have a lovely time. It doesn't matter where he is. Okay, you don't do anything with 3D until you see, you'll know when the change is there, when he's staying at home every day telling you he loves you and that he's happy with you. Until then, you don't keep micromanaging the 3D. It's just shadow. It's just your old. Yeah, so that loving energy, feeling loved, feeling like Alexandra, who is in the relationship that she wants, having the inner conversations with the best version of him that you're only going to accept, not in 3D, in 4D. Yeah, stop watching time. You're robbing yourself of what you want because you're causing a time delay because you keep looking at 3D and you're looking at the time. The time it takes is the time it takes for you to assume that you are Alexandra who already has what you want. But when you keep reacting to 3D and you're reacting to the old unwanted version and you're getting hot and cold behavior, you're causing a time delay. Yeah, this could be the one. Okay, you know he is. He loves you. You're just not seeing that version because you're trying to force 3D and you're badgering him. Take your energy off him. He's not going to go anywhere. Okay? Just, again, go and listen to the live that I did again and understand how they changed the story within themselves and the version of their SP within themselves. They did nothing in 3D. And they stayed in that until it got reflected back in 3D. You'll know when it's changed, like I say, when he's coming home all the time. Okay, but just because he comes home one night, we don't think it's all hunky-dory. We keep doing it until he's there all the time. Okay, until it's the norm that he's there with you all the time. He's not going anywhere else. He's loving and he's values you and respects you and is in that committed relationship with you. That he's announced, yes, you're my girlfriend. We're an amazing couple together. Okay, and until then, you don't react to 3D. Okay? Yeah, you've got to do the work. You've got to keep these cogs oiled. You've got to keep going. Energy needs momentum. If you keep stopping and starting because one day he's acted nice for a few hours or whatever and, oh, everything must be all right, and then it goes tits up the next day, you're stopping and starting. You got your foot on the gas and then you're taking it off. You're going in reverse. You've parked the car. Okay, you've got to keep the energy going. So you persist until it exists. The attraction is very strong. Once you stick to your mental diet and the only version of him that you're going to accept, and you're not reacting to 3D, you don't give a fuck what that 3D version's doing until you get the acceptable version you're going to accept. This will change really fast. Okay, it's only your energy that is keeping it away from you. Yeah, so trust in your own power. Okay? You don't have to be loving and understanding. You could be a dragon and still have him conform to the version you want by assuming he's so loving. He loves and accepts me for who I am and how I am. I'm always loved how I am. I'm perfect as I am. We're not trying to be loving and understanding and, oh, haven't I been a good girl, so why is he being a shit back to me? You're not doing it from where's my reward, I've been a good girl, because you'll just build up resentment and you'll become frustrated and you'll get angry. It doesn't work like that. If you assume he is your loving, committed, doting partner who loves you and only you and wants you and only you because you are always chosen, because you are beautiful, and why the hell wouldn't he want to be with you, or any man want to be with you, then you'll see the change. Yes, you know, you're doing things for you. You're giving it to yourself first. Okay? Again, go back to all of you, go back to that Instagram live and really listen. Okay? Because you'll hear different things in it every time. Because sometimes we just want to hear what we want to hear. But then when we listen again, we're like, oh, didn't realize that was said. Remember, you know, the other coach was like, you know, my clients quite often say, oh, I just heard it, somebody else say it. And it's like, well, I told you that from day one. I do it with my clients as well. Oh, well, so I just heard a video that said so and so. So yes, I told you that from day one of mentoring. Oh, he definitely loves you. Okay, you've only got to keep in that. Take that codependent thing off him. Okay, remember, other people are not here to make you happy, whole, and complete. You've got to give that to yourself. So that means Alexandria, who can go and have her hair done, okay, who can wear a bin bag on her head and not worry what anybody thinks about her. I'm not saying you degrade yourself like that, but I mean that confidence to be like, hey, if I want to put a bin bag on my head and go out looking like trash, then I'll look like trash and I'll still be seen as beautiful. Okay, I quite often say that to myself sometimes when I can't be bothered to do, you know, I don't curl my hair or whatever. I just scoop it back up in a bun or something and I'm like, ooh. And then I'm like, oh, it doesn't matter. I could wear a bin bag on my head and still look beautiful. Everybody still admires me. Okay, and I still get people look at me. Okay, so remember, you're the main ingredients. Other people are here to enhance our dish. You don't have to put spices and seasoning in your dish, but it enhances the flavor. So it's not somebody else's job to make you happy, whole, and complete, because you'll always be codependent on them. If they're feeling sad, then you're going to feel on edge. Okay, yes, we want to comfort people, but when you get in your power, it's unconditional love where there's no demands, there's no conditions. It's they can be who they want to be, but you know that you're loved because you give the love to yourself first. It's not other people's job. Okay, those who chase love are the loveless. Those who know they're loved attract love. That's why we work on self-concept first and foremost. You don't ever have to do affirmations for other people, as long as you're not cursing them in your head or seeing them in a negative way. You're seeing them when you think of them as the version you want, but you don't need to do a load of affirmations for them. They love me and only me. They want me and only me. Who wouldn't love me and who wouldn't want me? I'm first best. I love myself. I don't need to be validated and approved of by anybody else. Okay? It's having that confidence. It's a lifestyle change. It's not a gimmick. It's a law that exists because we're doing it all the time anyway. What you're getting back from 3D is from your thoughts, your beliefs, and your assumptions, and what you're telling yourself and how you see other people or situations or circumstances. Excuse me. That's why there's no one to change but you. Good, but do it for you, Spirit's reminding you. Okay, they're saying, well, make sure she's doing it for her. No, you're not doing it to make him happy. Oh, I've made a nice cozy home, because all he'll do is say, oh, sorry, love, I'm not here for Christmas. And then you'll get resentful. You're doing it for you, whether he's there or not. In your mind, you're seeing him there. Okay, but you're doing it for you. You do everything for you, not to please somebody else. Yes, it's nice to do things for other people. Of course it is. We wouldn't be human if we didn't. But that's where we get disappointed and get let down, when we're doing it to please them and not doing it for yourself. So do it for yourself. Okay? I like that. They reminded me of, they just flashed up in my head, that message from the lady who got her SP back after 2 years of no contact. Okay, she said, I worked on myself. I didn't look at 3D. I didn't care whether he was with me or not. I just knew he would be. Okay, so she was living her life, not bothered. You know, she'd given it to herself within. She wasn't waiting. It was done. Hello, Sasha, my lovely. Crystal, which deck did you want? Crystal, which deck, my lovely? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? And Crystal, you paid 2 lots. You paid the same amount twice. I thought so, because normally you do the amount like for 10 cards or whatever, and then a tiny little amount for that. So I'll refund you one of those, okay? When I come off, I'll refund that. So part number 3, popular number 3 deck. Rhonda, my lovely, this is paid readings only, and I don't do timing, so I wouldn't be able to tell you when he is going to contact you, my lovely. Okay. Well, Crystal, I will refund you the one that you paid, the double amount. Um, Again, what Spirit has brought out is it's always you. If you want him to live with you, then you're the only one that's going to stop it happening. Okay, because of where your thoughts go and how you're judging it and looking at it. Okay, so I'll explain why Spirit has brought what they brought out. Okay, I'll just see my shirt over. So here, see, don't look at the negatives like, oh, what if he doesn't want to live with me, or what if he doesn't like where I want to be, or whatever. Okay, well, he's a bit of a hunk as well, but well, you see him as a hunk. But see yourself as having everything that you want, the treasure chest. Okay, you can have what you want if you see yourself having it, and how you talk to yourself, so you can have your victory and success. He's definitely passionate about you, definitely got feelings for you here. So don't start judging things. Oh, but what if, or this, that and the other. Okay, no buts, ifs, whys and maybes, or hows and whens. Okay, we just see ourselves as already being there. Okay, so Spirit is saying, look, you're the only one trapping yourself, being stuck in this garden and wanting more. Okay, see yourself with the abundance that you want. Okay, the horn of plenty, if you like, having everything that you want, just like here, your treasure chest. So what you would do is you would have little inner conversations where you're hearing him say, oh my God, I can't wait till we move in together. Okay, or you're imagining a friend saying to you, so Crystal, you and your SP moving in together. Oh my God, yeah, we live happily and blissfully together. We're so in love. We're a perfect couple. Okay, or friends, or whatever you want to be with him. So it's that knowing, that sort of being mature, and that knowing, yeah, this is what I want. It's my movie. It's my script. It's my personal reality. So give the relationship a chance. Work on your partnership by giving that loving energy. Of course we're moving in together. It's a done deal. Everything you want already exists. So it's just tapping in and tuning into the energy of it, because everything is energy. So not making it a battle, putting the work in, seeing yourself as happy, enjoying your company, each other's company, and dwelling in the pleasure of it. Yeah, we live happily and blissfully together in our beautiful home. Okay? He loves living with me. With me is the only place he wants to be, needs to be, and belongs. He's totally devoted and committed to me on our life together. Okay, it's all about what story you are telling yourself. Okay? I can have people in front of me saying no, 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 no. And in my head, I'm like, my reality, sorry. Everyone's been pushed out. So I just need to change the story in my head. Oh, so they're doing this, that, and the other. And then they get that ping, like an email sent to them. Oh, of course I want to live with Crystal. Why the hell wouldn't I? She's amazing. Okay, and then they think it's their idea. And they come back and they're like, oh, well, actually, I've thought about it. So, yes, you can have your victory and success. Just see yourself as it already being a done deal. If you're going to pick it apart, you're going to worry about it, then you're just going to take longer. You might move somewhere and then he moves in later. Okay, but if you want, whatever you want, you can have. See yourself as already having it. So again, if you are religious, in the Bible, whatsoever you desire, believe you have received it and you will. Not hoping and praying. Whatever you desire, believe you have received it and you will, as within, so without. If you're scientific, everything is energy. That's all there is to it. Match the frequency of the reality you want. So matching your thoughts to what you want, and you cannot help but get that reality. It can be no other way. So, of course you can live happily together. Of course he can move in with you. Of course you can be happy. Of course he's going to love it. Because why? Because that's the part you've given him in your movie. I've never looked up that pleasure one. Let's see what it says in the book. What number is it? 18. Here you are. Are you taking life too intensively or too seriously? The time has come to call in the pleasures of life. Seek light-heartedness at this time. Focus on what would make you happy. I open myself to the pleasures of life. There you go. Okay, yes, of course he's moving in with me. Of course I'm going to find my perfect house and we're going to live happily together. Okay, you're giving it to yourself first, as within, so without. Always know when Spirit wants me to read out the book, because there's usually a bigger meaning in there that hits home more. Okay. How are we doing for time? Right, done 2 hours on here, so don't think we've got any more payments. And Crystal, I will go into PayPal in a minute when I've finished and refund that extra payment that you made. Addison, can we do a last call? Last call at the bar, please. Get your orders in. And then if nobody is thinking of paying, I will go to bed. As it's getting late. I haven't done me Spanish yet. Okay, do you want a different deck? Let's go for a different deck this time. So we can have different cards. I think pile number 3 has been used to death. Number 5, we're going for Pretty in Pink. Okay, right. Okay. Every time you've had that judgment card. It's come out in all the different readings about the judgment card. Okay. Let me just find a video for you, Crystal, because what I'm going to say in this reading is what this video will help you with, to understand that it's all about you, okay? Because they're telling me to tell you this. So, bear with me one moment. Here we go. There's 2 actually, so if you make sure you've clicked on them before I come out the live, because I'm not sure if you can go back into them when they're not. when I'm not live. There's one more they want me to do here. I think it's that one. Yeah. Is it that one? No, here. Okay, there's 2 videos for you there, Crystal, that Spirit is saying will link into what they're about to tell you so you understand it more. Okay, so they're saying straight away, that's why I laughed, it's your decision. It's your decision how he comes forward in your movie and gives you what you want. Look at him offering you everything that you want here. It's only your thoughts that pin you down so that you feel that we get let down and feel disappointed. Our fears that hold us back and how we judge ourselves and others. Okay. So again, everything is in your hands. You're the luck. You're the luck of your own reality. So focus on what you want. If you want, how do you want next year to be with him? It's not about him. So those videos are, you know, why people conform to how we think about them. How do you want him turning up in your movie? Okay, this is true love. You obviously love him. You've got feelings for him. So you can have what you want. But you've got to believe, like children do. Okay, like this child on this card believes in Father Christmas, believes in Tooth Fairy, believes in the future that you want. Why do they draw me to the children? Because children up to the age of 7 are in a lower brain frequency. They use their imagination. Their ego isn't there pinning them down with, oh no, he wouldn't want to live with you. Oh no, but what if? Oh, but what if he does that? Or how's it going to happen? When's it going to happen? You know, here you are, love. Father Christmas is coming. Oh, really? Oh my God, I'm so excited. Okay, so your imagination, they're in a brainwave that is the equivalent to adults when we're in hypnosis or in a meditation. Okay, so they're in a lower brainwave. They're not in the ego state. They believe. They use their imagination and believe. You're the key. This woman here, the realization is that you're the key to your future. No one else. So you can have your favourable outcome with him next year. You can go on, do whatever you want with him next year. You see it as being done. Okay, you've got the skills for the two of you to be together. You can have your new beginning. You can have your new start, the birth of the relationship that you want with him. Just don't sit there doubting or reflecting on what you can't have or all the reasons why you can't have it. Because all you'll do is pin yourself down. Okay, feeling disappointed. It's your decision. You're driving the chariot. It's your decision on what happens in your movie. Okay, but he's definitely can come in and give you everything that you want. So those 2 videos, Crystal, will help you understand what a spirit is saying to you. Because it's the same law, okay? So again, you know, why wouldn't he want to be with me? I'm amazing. I'm perfect for him. Go get your man. Go get your story that you want, my lovely. Your amazing house or apartment or whatever you want. Of course you're going to love it. Why wouldn't you love it? It's your movie. We're not settling for second best. Okay, when I chose this house, well, I'd created it in my imagination first. The same with people, how I want them to treat me. Okay, if I don't like how they're treating me or showing up, I go within and think, right, I'm giving you a new script, mate. This is how I'm going to see you from now on. This is how you're going to treat me and show up in my movie. This is what I want from you. Without opening my mouth, I do it all within and it gets reflected back because 3D is just a reflection. So go and watch those videos, my lovely. It will help you. You don't have to, but you can certainly have him however you want him. The choice is yours. It's not his. Yeah, Spirit's saying there. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you. Okay? Clearly decide what you want. Even I can change his finances if he doesn't have enough. Oh yeah, he's rich. He's wealthy. He's got more than enough money. In fact, he's got plenty of money. Okay, see him. There's a poor version of him that's got no money. There's a rich version of him. All versions exist. Creation is already done. Select the version in your mind of how you want them to be. God, I've changed countless people in my life. If you you can script it if you're not a very visual person. If you've always been one who likes to write things down, but write it as if you're writing to a friend. You got to put your emotion into it, feeling like it's already done. So you could imagine a friend writing to, say you've imagined that you've received a letter from a friend, okay, or from a relative that you haven't spoken to. Like I've done it before, where I've written a letter to my nan who passed away 30 years ago, okay, and just imagine them saying, you know, wondered how you're okay, just writing to see how you are, haven't heard from you for a long time, or whatever. How's life treating you? Oh my God, life's amazing. I'm moving house next year. Or you could write it as if you've already got your house, okay. You could write it like, oh, I live in a beautiful house. Right, your house, has it got a view? I wanted a view. I've got an amazing view. You know, you moved in with him. He paid for it all. If you want him paying for it all, then he paid for it all because he's got lots of money. Oh my God, my SP's got so much money. He's so rich. He's wealthy. He's got, you know, he bought the whole place for me. It's your movie. You can have what you want. It's your script. That's the beauty of it. No, because all things are created in your imagination first. If you wake up at breakfast time and you go to work, okay, and you're thinking, what shall I have for lunch? Oh, I really fancy a pizza. You're not lying to yourself. You're creating that. You're having a pizza within you. Okay, everything that you see in your 3D that's created by man came from where? All the poems, all the songs, all the records, all the art, all the houses, all the cars, your phones, iPads. Where was it created? It didn't somebody poof, here it is. Somebody imagined it. They created it within in their imagination. That's why we can have everything that we want. Imagine it. It might not turn up tomorrow, but it will turn up if you feel like you've already got it. The 3D is a result of your past beliefs and assumptions and how you see things. Again, go and click on those videos so that at least you can watch them in your, they'll have an advert first. I'll just wait till you've clicked on them until don't do it when the advert's playing because it won't show up in your watch history. And then you can go back into it. I don't know if you can get back into the videos when I've come off the live, and you can play the video back because it's there on my channel, but I don't know if you can click on the links. But in there they explain the same because it's a law. Okay. Okay, my lovelies. I'll wait till Crystal does that. Crystal, if you can let me know when you've clicked on them, come back into the live, then I will sign off. All right. Okay, Wendy Ann, thank you. So, Crystal, if you click on them, let the advert, skip the adverts, let the ladies start talking on both of them, and then you can go back in and watch them after. But let me know so that I'm not sat up all night waiting. So I do need to go to bed. For Team My Lovely, this is paid readings, and I'm about to come off anyway now. But I'm sure that there are plenty of other people doing live readings at the moment. For those of you who are still in, you've clicked them both, yeah? You've got them in your history. Just check that they're there. Brilliant. Okay. For those of you as well, remind me if I forget. Well, I'll say it quickly now. There's also the law of reversibility. Okay, so for sometimes when you're struggling on this journey, okay, take the law of reversibility. So let's look at it from a circumstance. Okay, so something that a circumstance does what? It makes you react. It gives you an emotion. It makes you react. So what would be the reverse? You give it to yourself first. So you give the emotion of happiness or joy or satisfaction or love to yourself, and that will cause the circumstance. Okay, that way it will help you to get what you want as well. Okay, because all laws are there. Then, like I say, like the law of gravity, yes, one day it might stop, but for the moment it is a law, isn't it? Like I say, we don't see people floating off into space. Oh, the law of gravity didn't work for them. All laws are always working. So sometimes think of it that way as well, the law of reversibility. So when a circumstance is triggering you or you react and it causes that emotion, then what would be the reverse of it? Giving yourself the outcome that you do want so that it then becomes the circumstance. Does that make sense if I explain that? I know I did it really quickly, but So again, Wendy Ann, if that was me, I'd be like, I can be out of this house in 5 minutes. Okay, remember the struggles are, look at what you're saying to yourself when you're packing. Oh my God, I got so much stuff. I'm never going to get this done in time. No, I can be packed and out of this house in 5 minutes. Okay, that's going in the bin, that's going to charity, and that's coming with me, end of. Okay, always make it, or I've already moved. Okay. um, yeah, you know. Also, when you're saying I'm a success, and when we're saying I'm chosen, okay, don't just say them without, how does that make you feel? Like if you were chosen, or if you're a success, how are you seeing yourself being a success? Remember, there's no point saying things if it has no power or emotion behind it. So like when you're saying, yes, but I'm always chosen, I'm chosen, I'm chosen. Well, what does being chosen feel like to you? Is it feeling that you're a priority? Is it feeling that somebody makes you feel special? Okay, what does being chosen feel like? What does being first best feel like? What does being beautiful feel like? Okay. What does being successful? I'm successful at what? Moving house, packing a box. You know, look at. I always look at the affirmations that make me feel like I've already got it, or I'm in that power of doing it, that knowingness. Good, good, good. Spirit saying, yeah, we told her 6 months ago she was going. Of course she's already gone. Oh, they do make me laugh. Right then, my lovelies, I'm going to leave Spirit behind and I'm going to go to bed. Oh no, I've got to do my Spanish first or else I'll get frozen out for the day. Right then, my lovelies, thank you, Addison. Thank you all again. For any of you, if you need the motivation, go back to the Instagram live, the one with the success stories on. And also just look at where observe your thoughts. You don't have to beat yourself up. Okay, you can't lose. It's your movie. You're in full control. Even if some days you feel like you're not, you just deep breaths. Okay, get back on your horse, keep going. Night, night, all. Love and light.